Welcome everyone to another week of Auburn hockey. Your number 11 Auburn Tigers get set to take on the number 8 Georgia Ice Dogs. Auburn is coming in with a 14-4-2 record after a loss last night against South Carolina on the road. Georgia is 3 spots above Auburn with an 11-7-1 record coming into the last game of the season. Don't go anywhere as Auburn takes on Georgia in the Deep South's oldest rivalry on ice here on WEGL_AU, live on Twitter and YouTube.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes?
How could he do this to you? And for Sheila, she has split ends.
B, console her?
Oh, sweetie, this is going to happen a lot. 4, maybe 5 more times before you get married.
C, take charge?
Got to get this all straightened out. Give a little talking to, man to man, mano a mano. Hey, Steve! Is now a good time? No? Okay, no problem. Bye.
Or D, help her find a new boyfriend?
I know a great place to meet boys. The internet. Nice, single boys. Never mind. How about some ice cream?
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org, a public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
It may be hard to believe, but people just like you are already saving money. FeedThePig.org makes it easy. Their simple savings plan teaches you how to start saving without going overboard. So you don't need to mooch off your friends.
You gonna finish that grape?
You mean the one in my mouth?
You don't need to stop buying the necessities.
What you're smelling is a natural musk.
Ew.
You don't need to be a medical test subject.
How do you feel? Mostly okay. Sometimes, though.
You don't need to get a second job as a stuntman.
We need a new stuntman. Let's break for lunch.
You just need an internet connection. Don't get left behind. Start your personal savings plan with the tips and tools on feedthepig.org. That way, you don't need to sell your soul to the devil.
$15 is the best I can.
Welcome back to Athens, Georgia here on WEGL_AU. We're about 10 minutes from puck drop as Auburn faces off against Georgia for the last game of the season. I'm Riley Brule, and alongside me is my color man, Jacob Sinopoli. How you doing, Jacob?
Doing great.
Jacob, I understand that this is your first WEGL broadcast ever. Tell us a little bit of your hockey experience.
All right, so I started playing hockey when I was 4. Played AAA hockey from Pee Wee minor all the way up through, senior year of high school with teams in Chicago and in Columbus, Ohio.
That's wonderful. All right, so we have a few questions for the pregame show right now. So we're at a different rink setup for tonight's matchup. Jacob, can you paint the picture for the listeners? What is so unique about tonight? And what is going on where we're at right now?
Yeah, so we're outside. It's something you dream about doing growing up. You watch the Winter Classic on TV, and these guys are doing it here tonight. They got the eye black on. It was kind of funny earlier seeing them walk across the street where the locker rooms are, and they laid down rubber on the road and walked all the way over.
Yeah, that is odd. We are also at center ice, on ice level. We can see everything. I can almost reach out and touch the boards right now. So on a more serious note, Jacob, what are the keys for Auburn tonight? What are they going to have to do to come to Athens and upset this number 8 Georgia team for the last game of the season?
So I have 2 keys to the game. So first, you got to win the blue lines. When you're in the defensive zone, you got to get the puck up and out of the zone so you can change and keep the attack moving forward. And on the flip side, in the offensive zone, you have to get the puck in deep so you can go attack the net. And then second, you have to get shots on goal against this Georgia team. Georgia does not have the caliber goalie that Auburn has in Hayden Harris. So shots on goal is going to lead to a victory today.
Yeah, I agree. Hayden Harris is entering the game with 20 games under his belt and a 91.9 save percentage on the season. That puts him at 29 in the country. Auburn has only given up 47 goals in their 20 games. And that's just amazing to me.
Yeah, very defensive team. Have only allowed 2.47 goals against per game.
Yep. Last question for you here, Jacob. Who should we keep an eye out for tonight? Who's going to be those standout players that somebody shows up and makes a difference?
That's a great question. So I picked out 3 key players for this game. First, for your Auburn Tigers, we have number 23, Steven Verone. He leads Auburn with 18 goals, 5 of which are game winners. So third period, watch out for him. And then on Georgia, for the Ice Dogs, you have Caleb Santamaria. Forward number 9, he leads the team in both goals and assists, 20 goals and 17 assists on the season. And then my third player is going to be Blake Robeson. He has 18 assists. So watch out for him being the playmaker, feeding Steven Verone.
Yeah, Auburn's coming into this game just after losing against South Carolina last night. They lost 5-1 on the road. It was a tough loss, but prior to that, they had a 6-game win streak and hadn't lost since the Georgia Tech game in November.
It's a long
they
time.
Had a 6-game win streak, and that must have felt good. I'd imagine they carry over that momentum into tonight. That loss is behind them. Tonight is all about right now, right here, outdoors, in Athens, Georgia. As we get set, we're just about 5 minutes away from puck drop here on WEGL_AU on Twitter and YouTube.
There are 250 miles of trails in Alabama state parks. That's 250 miles for you to hike, bike, and explore. And it's something we want to share with future generations. Help us improve these trails by becoming a partner in the Alabama State Parks Trail Program. To learn more about the importance of outdoor recreation and how you can help with the development and management of this new trail program, visit alapark.com or call 800-ALAPARK. Sponsored by the Alabama State Parks, the Alabama Broadcasters Association, and this station.
The Army National Guard is committed to keeping the country safe and our communities secure. Composed of hundreds of thousands of citizen soldiers from all walks of life, the Guard is always ready to respond to local or national emergencies. We protect the homeland. We're always there when called upon, and in every state and territory, we stand guard for our communities. To learn more, log on to NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the Alabama Army National Guard. Aired by the Alabama Broadcasters Association and this station.
Selfless service is the guiding principle that drives Army National Guard soldiers to be always ready whenever disaster strikes. They are your next-door neighbors and your colleagues in schools, offices, and factories. To be a Guard soldier is to stand ready to serve at all times for family, for community, and for country. To learn more, log on to NationalGuard.com or contact an Army National Guard recruiter in your area.
Sponsored by the Alabama Army National Guard. Aired by the Alabama Broadcasters Association and this station.
The skills you can develop as a soldier in the Army National Guard can give you an edge in the high-tech job market of tomorrow. The Guard offers career training to take advantage of your skills in science, technology, engineering, and math that can help give you a leg up to a high-paying and rewarding STEM profession. Get a head start on your career while earning money to pay for college. Log on to NationalGuard.com to learn about all of the STEM career opportunities in the Army National Guard.
Sponsored by the Alabama Army National Guard. Aired by the Alabama Broadcasters Association and this station.
Darren College, a former NFL Super Bowl champion, signed the most important contract of his life to serve in the Army National Guard.
I've had a lot of military in my family. It's a big part of what my family's done for a long time. I want to go out there and make a difference. I didn't find that working behind a desk, so for me it was a pretty easy decision to make. And then the opportunity to serve my community and serve my country was just icing on the cake.
To learn how to be part of the Army National Guard, log on to NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the Alabama Army National Guard. Aired by the Alabama Broadcasters Association and this station.
Our daughter might be drinking or taking something else. We can't talk with her about it. She keeps everything secret. But when I pretend everything is okay, I'm keeping secrets too. My therapist suggested Al-Anon family groups. It was helpful to hear what other parents said. Are you troubled by someone's drinking? You might be surprised at what you could learn in an Al-Anon family group from people just like you. Call 1-888-4-AL-ANON or visit alanonfamilygroups.org.
Hi, I'm Anthony Anderson, and on TV, I play a dad who has it all. But growing up, my real life was very different.
My parents taught me that tomorrow isn't promised to anyone. That's why they each had life insurance to take care of the future. I got my first policy when I was 18. Now, would your family be okay if something happened to you? If you can buy a latte, you can buy life insurance. It's that affordable. Join me in taking care of our family's futures at lifehappens.org.
A public service message from the nonprofit Life Happens.
I want to thank my mommy for loving me so much, for taking me to the doctor when I broke my foot,
for leaving me alone when I wanted to be alone.
And now, as a grown-up, I'm thankful for being able to take care of you, my dear mom, for taking you to your therapies, for understanding that sometimes you simply want to be alone.
Roles change without us noticing. That's why AARP gives you the information to provide even better care for your loved one. Visit aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes?
How could he do this to you? And for Sheila, she has split ends.
B, console her.
Oh, sweetie, this is going to happen a lot. 4, maybe 5 more times before you get married.
C, take charge.
Got to get this all straightened out. Give a little talking to, man to man, mano a mano. Hey, Steve. Is now a good time? No? Okay, no problem. Bye.
Or D, help her find a new boyfriend.
I know a great place to meet boys. The internet. Nice, single boys. Never mind. How about some ice cream?
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
It may be hard to believe, but people just like you are already saving money. FeedThePig.org makes it easy. Their simple savings plan teaches you how to start saving without going overboard. So you don't need to mooch off your friends.
You gonna finish that grape?
You mean the one in my mouth?
You don't need to stop buying the necessities.
What you're smelling is a natural musk.
Ew.
You don't need to be a medical test subject.
How do you feel? Mostly okay. Sometimes, though.
You don't need to get a second job as a stuntman.
We need a new stuntman. Let's break for lunch.
You just need an internet connection. Don't get left behind. Start your personal savings plan with the tips and tools on feedthepig.org. That way, you don't need to sell your soul to the devil.
$15 is the best I can do.
All right, deal.
Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
I loved playing high school sports. I loved the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, all the pageantry, and I wanted to keep playing. But I graduated. No colleges called, and neither did the pros. So, to stay close to the game I loved, I decided to become a high school official. You know, a referee. When I played high school sports, I learned the importance of integrity, good sportsmanship, and respect for the rules. Now, as a high school official, I get to help model these same values to others. Maybe the colleges and the pros didn't call, but the kids in Alabama did. And now, I'm enjoying the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, and all the pageantry of high school sports all over again.
This message presented by the Alabama High School Athletic Association and the Alabama High School Athletic Directors and Coaches Association.
Come on, Dad. I'm running circles around you.
I know, sweetie. Dad's not very fast these days.
What about yesterday? Were you fast yesterday?
No, not.
Or the day before that?
I was.
Or the day before that?
Actually, I wasn't ever really fast. Hard to believe, I know.
Kids are special. Let's treat them that way.
That's okay. When I was little, I wasn't fast either. Now I'm fast, so you'll be fast tomorrow. That's how it works. Now come on.
At St. Baldrick's Foundation, we want kids to be kids, not just during trips to the park, but when they need us most, when they need help fighting cancer. That's why the advanced research we fund is specifically designed to help children.
I'm pooped after all this.
Dad, you're supposed to do that in the bathroom.
Support St. Baldrick's and childhood cancer research today by going to stbaldricks.org and getting involved.
is making sure the air in your home is healthy for your family to breathe. Make sure you test your home for the presence of radon. It's easy. To learn more, call 866-730-GREEN. Preserve your family's health and well-being. Get your home tested. That's living healthy and green. Make sure you test your home for the presence of radon. It's easy. To learn more, call 866-730-GREEN.
A message from the U.S. EPA.
Welcome back, everyone, to Auburn ice hockey. Georgia's doing some senior night stuff right now, but we are moments away from puck drop and the national anthem. So we will be right back after the national anthem with starting lineups from both Auburn and Georgia. Bear with us, folks.
Why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Having trouble finding Connor's middle school? Would you like directions?
No, why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with him over homework.
Home, walk, restaurant. Need a review?
No, I need help. He's very smart, but his mind wanders. He's disorganized.
I think I understand.
Oh, good.
Finding best potatoes for French fries.
No!
Russet, fingerling, Yukon Gold.
Why don't you understand me?
Sorry, I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
Brought to you by understood.org and the Ad Council.
I'm Paul George of the Indiana Pacers. When I was 6, I had one thing on my mind. When I was 6, my days were spent playing basketball every chance I could. When I was 6, my dream was to make it to the NBA. When I was 6, my mom had a stroke. So I want you to learn the signs of a stroke fast. F-A-S-T. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. Because the sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. I'm Paul George. Protect the ones you love. Spot a stroke F-A-S-T. Fast. Life is why. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
Okay, Simon, what are you wearing right now?
Nothing.
That's right. And what do people normally wear?
Clothes.
Exactly. So now Mommy's going to teach you how to dress yourself. Clothes keep us warm, they look good, and if we go out without them, the neighbors will talk. So it's important to know how to get dressed. Here's how it's done. Underwear always comes first, name tag at the back, then pants, then shirt. Get the first button in the right hole, or you have to start all over. If you're wearing a tie, it goes over, round, through, and pull tight. Tuck your shirt into your pants and zip up your fly. Socks going first, then shoes right on right, left on left. With shoelaces, just take the ends, cross them over, switch the loops. The rabbit goes down the hole, pull tight, and you're left with bunny ears.
I love bunnies.
Good to know. Now remember, spots don't go with stripes, socks don't go with sandals, and if you've tucked in your shirt, wear a belt. Got it? Why are your pants on your head?
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But spending just 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier and could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. For fun 2-minute videos to watch while brushing, visit 2min2x.org. That's 2min2x.org. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking.
I talked to my doctors, and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Getting support from friends online kept me on track.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
Instead of smoking after I ate, I'd get up and take a walk.
I missed having a cigarette in my hand, so I'd hold a pen or a straw, anything.
Until I knew I wouldn't give in to temptation, I spent more time with my friends who didn't smoke.
I went to places that were smoke-free.
I didn't stay quit the very first time I tried.
I kept on trying, and I learned something each time.
Do whatever it takes.
No matter how many times it takes.
I quit.
I quit.
I quit.
We did it, so can you.
You can quit. For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and CDC.
I'm
I'm Tiffany. I have some tips for you on how to quit smoking like I did. First, I did some reading about it. I found a lot of great advice on how to quit smoking and picked out the ways I thought would work best for me. I started by setting a quit date. Then I threw out my ashtrays, lighters, and matches. I did other things too, like exercising more, and it worked. But I'd still get cravings, especially on long car rides. To help me with that, I put a picture of my mother in my car. She died of lung cancer from smoking cigarettes when I was only 16. Now I have a 16-year-old daughter. That picture of my mother reminds me that I don't want to miss all the things my daughter is going to do in her life, including turning 17.
You can quit. For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and CDC.
Welcome back to Athens, Georgia. National anthem's over. Skaters are on the ice. We are ready to go. Jacob, go ahead and introduce the starting lineup for the Georgia Ice Dogs.
All right, so up front for the Ice Dogs, we have Jack Ryan, Jackson Katz, and Aaron Phillips. And on the back end, we have Cameron Campbell and Christopher Koretzets. And then net, we have Brady Mulligan.
All right. I'll introduce the Auburn starting lineup here in just a second. As Auburn wins the opening faceoff, they take it down to the far left boards. Georgia clears the zone, back around. Auburn has to retreat in order to avoid the offside call there. Far boards, Georgia with it on the far side near faceoff. Excuse me there. Auburn with it, out of their zone. 2-on-2. Brandon Weiss with it. Fires it towards the net. Georgia able to retain the puck behind the net of Brady Mulligan as they dump it out and Auburn gains possession. They're right in front of us, actually. Here as they push back into their offensive zone. Around the boards, onto the right corner. Tate with it. Georgia gains possession of the puck again. Blake Robeson with it. The far left corner. Behind the net. Battling for the puck as it skates right across the goal. Georgia able to clear the zone. Not quite. Retaining possession. They just dump it to get a quick line change there with 18:35 to go in the first period.
We're about a minute 30 in, and Georgia has just not been able to establish their offensive plan in Auburn's zone.
No, not one bit. As Jake LeBlanc fires it back. Puck slides harmlessly back to Brady Mulligan's net. Georgia still with the puck in their defensive zone. Auburn applying a lot of pressure here. This is number 12, Loic Harrisau, applying the pressure. As Henry Humphrey picks the pocket of one of the Georgia defenders. Scrum, the puck is loose. Auburn unable to capitalize there. As Chandler Brown with it to Ryan Mumford. Mumford down the ice. Auburn loses it. Still in their attacking zone here.
The puck up and out of play.
Jacob, that was a very fast-paced 2.5 minutes. Auburn has been on the offense for most of that. What can you tell us that you've seen so far in these 2.5 minutes?
I just think Auburn came out ready to play. They're playing physical. Very first dump in on the forecheck, just laid out the Georgia defenseman.
All right, face-off is dropped. Georgia wins it here as they are able to clear their zone. Auburn dishing it around. Zach Roos with it. Now on to Robeson. Puck goes all the way behind the net. Auburn with it. Ooh. O'Rourke unable to capitalize on that, and the puck sails back into Auburn's defensive zone as they retain possession. Long passes seems to be the unable to connect or just dump and chase right now. As Georgia gets it into the attacking third. Down into the bottom left corner, the far left corner near Hayden Harris's net. Battling for the puck all the way back near center ice. is number 6, Aaron Phillips for the Georgia Bulldogs. Clears it all the way down as Georgia Ice Dogs get a full line change with 16:38 to go in the first period. Auburn still trying to battle it out of their defensive zone right now. Hayden Harris forced to make a save as the puck slowly dribbles by. Back to his right side behind the net. Auburn battling for it in the far corner. Pinned up against the boards. Puck is loose. Auburn with it the other way. It is a 2-on-2 right now. They are content to just dump it. As Georgia sends the puck flying against the boards. J.J. Blanding with it.
Great job keeping the puck in the zone right there.
That was really good play from the Auburn Tigers, forcing the Ice Dogs to stay out there and keep those long shifts. As I say that, Georgia had a very good chance on net right there. Really close as Auburn manages to clear their zone once again with 15:37 left to go here in the first period in Athens, Georgia. Auburn with it behind their net, left to right, back right to left along the boards. Georgia gets there first.
Walks the blue line.
Ooh.
Up and over the net.
Just high. Number 25, James hit with it. Clears the zone. Chandler Brown picks the pocket of the Georgia defender. He shoots, he scores! Oh my goodness!
Top right corner.
That was
not quick enough.
That was phenomenal. He just picked the pocket of the Ice Dogs defender. That was phenomenal. Chandler Brown, I think that will go down as an unassisted goal for him. With 15:10 left to play, your Auburn Tigers are up 1-0 in the first period.
His 14th goal of the season.
That was phenomenal. He knew exactly where he wanted it the entire time. So we get set for puck drop once again. Puck's in the defensive zone, far right side by the blue line for Auburn Tigers. Auburn retains possession near to the right point for Georgia. Back around the boards, right to left behind Harris's net. Up along the near side boards for Auburn, up to center ice. Colin Tate with it. Loses possession. Georgia with it again. Unable to retain possession. Auburn with it near center ice. That is O'Rourke dumping it in so Auburn can get a full line change.
Georgia does have some time here.
They have 14:30 to go here in the first period. Still a very early game, but Auburn has been dominating so far these first 5 minutes. Brandon Weiss unable to connect, loses the puck near center ice as Georgia gets another line change off with just over 14 to play. The puck is behind Auburn's net. Along the left side boards for Auburn. Near center ice.
2-on-1.
2-on-1. Auburn has it. Shoots. Scores! Number 97, Sam Edwards. Yet another goal. Auburn is up 2-0 with 13.5 to play in the first period. Phenomenal.
That one was low blocker side. I had a sense that the goalie was cheating over toward his winger on the 2-on-1, so that's why he was able to pick that near side.
Sam Edwards gets his 4th goal of the season and 13th point. Wow, it's been all Auburn so far these first 5 minutes. Auburn is up 2-0 against Georgia early in this first period as we get set for another face-off. Number 23, Jackson Katz for Georgia. Number 17, Chandler Brown. Georgia wins the face-off all the way down left to right along the boards behind Hayden Harris's net, up to the center zone. Sam Edwards with it along the right side, behind the net, behind the boards. Georgia into the center zone, center ice, left side. Hayden Harris had to be called upon there, get a save, and another beautiful double save there from Hayden Harris as Auburn able to clear the zone with Trent Gavin. Huge middle open ice hit there as Gavin is quick to bounce back up. And unable to win the puck back there as Georgia, it is a one-on-one here.
Pushes him outside, but he takes a penalty.
Yep, delayed penalty there. I believe that one's going to be tripping.
I think he called hooking there.
Hooking. I didn't see the signal.
Interesting development, though. After that last goal was scored by Auburn, they switched goalies. So now in net for Georgia, we have Owen Spreadbury, the freshman.
Giving up 2 early goals like that has got to hurt the Ice Dogs, especially on their home ice here in Athens, Georgia. But with 12:38 to go here in the first period, Ryan Mumford is sent to the sin bin, and we have the first look at Auburn's penalty kill unit and Georgia's power play unit. 2-minute minor for hooking. Georgia content with it.
Set up an
down
umbrella.
To the left point. Auburn almost able to clear the zone right to the top of the blue line. Winds back. Ooh. Near the slot. Hayden Harris had to make some saves there. Behind the net. Puck is pinned to the boards behind the net. 2 Georgia players and an Auburn player. Can't quite make out the numbers. Georgia wins it to the right point. Shot blocked.
We got another delayed penalty here.
It looks like another delayed penalty for Auburn.
Slashing. 5-on-3 here.
This is going to be a huge penalty kill for Auburn if they can manage it.
They're going to be on the 5-on-3 for a little over 1:15.
Yeah, that's a long time to kill a 5-on-3. Not sure who was called for the penalty there. Unable to see it from our vantage point down on the ice. Got a crowd of people around, so unable to make out all of the numbers here. But we get set for a face-off deep in Auburn's defensive zone as Georgia wins it. Up to the left point, Georgia with it. Number 8, Kyle Harris.
One-timer.
One-timer.
Wide left.
Number 6, Aaron Phillips. Back to Harris. Back to Phillips. Takes a wrister. Straight into the body of Hayden Harris.
So in this 5-on-3, Georgia has set up a box and 1. So they have their 2 defensemen up at the top of the circles, 2 forwards down at the bottom of the circles, and 1 guy in front. So what Georgia's going to be trying to do here is passing the puck back and forth from their D-men, trying to get people out of position, and then strike.
Face-off here as Georgia seems to win it. It's Johnston with it. Along the right face-off circle, deep in Auburn's zone. Up to the point on the blue line. Now to the left point, Harris with it. Harris still with it. Down to the left face-off circle. Back to the point. Back to the middle. Harris. I believe that was a save by Hayden Harris. He's been called into action quite a bit on these penalty kills. He's had to take quite a few shots early. Is there still...
We got 11:34 left in the period. No time on penalties.
Auburn still has a little bit of 5-on-3. If they're able to kill this 5-on-3 and get it just to a normal power play penalty kill, I believe they'll be able to get out of it. But face-off is won by Auburn. It is pinned against the boards behind Hayden Harris's net on the right side. Puck is battled for. Up to the point. Up to the left point, now to the right. Georgia moving the puck around. Back to the point, one-timer. Blocked by Harris. Georgia able to keep it in the zone. That was number 6, Aaron Phillips. Now Kyle Harris with it. Phillips back with it. Takes a wrister.
Blocked.
Phenomenal block there by the Auburn Tigers. We're at a 5-on-4. Harris with it. Moving the puck around. Content to look for a good opportunity. Phillips with it. Now Harris near the center ice, blue line.
Good active stick.
Harris with it. Katz with it. Now Phillips. Unable to do anything on this power play as we have 10:20 to go in the first period. That power play clock is winding down. And the gates are open. We are back to an even man count, 5-on-5 with 10:10 to play as the puck is bouncing around right in front of Hayden Harris's crease. Auburn with it. Moving it up out of their zone, back to center ice. Number 55, Trent Gavrin with it. Down into the right side, slammed into the boards. Georgia with it along the near side, face-off circle in their defensive zone. A little bit of a scrum for the puck here, right in front of us near center ice. Oh! Huge open ice hit there on number 11, Colin Tate. Gets back up very quickly as he gets set to go. Georgia clears their zone, swaps out some men at 9:30 to go here in the first period. Puck is along the boards in Auburn's defensive zone on the near side. Puck fired towards Hayden Harris, and he makes a save and a rebound and another save to cover. With 9:18 to go here in the first period, your Auburn Tigers lead it 2-0 after a goal from Chandler Brown and Sam Edwards early in the first period. So we get set for a face-off here. Brandon Weiss wins it. Auburn has it behind Hayden Harris's net. Trying to dump it to clear the zone.
Unable to play.
Yep, unable to do so as Mayhofer just seemed to send the puck over the boards and into the crowd over the boards, which I can almost reach out and touch the glass here, but there are no nets anywhere, and everybody's pretty close to the ice, so we can't quite see that bottom left, or that that left-hand corner in the Auburn defensive zone right now, where the face-off is happening. And Auburn wins it as they clear their zone. A 3-on-2 fast break, saved by Georgia. Saved by, Spreadbury, the new goaltender that has been subbed out, or subbed in for Brady Mulligan after allowing 2 early first period goals. 2 goals and what I believe was 3 shots early in the first period.
Percentage.
Yes. That's going to play to Auburn's advantage, especially as the night goes on. Georgia with it near center ice. Offside waved off there, I believe, as the puck is behind Hayden Harris's net. Up the boards on the near side. Georgia with it, content to dump it. Batted down by Jake LeBlanc for Auburn. Auburn clears the zone again as Georgia has to retreat from the zone to avoid an offside call. Auburn seems to be playing a lot with the puck into their own defensive zone. As I say that, puck bounces around behind the net of Spreadbury. Ooh, on the far side. As Georgia up with it near center ice, all the way down into the attacking zone near side. That is Humphrey with it, battled up against the boards. Auburn able to clear as the puck goes wide, and there's a race for the puck as Auburn gets a new, fresh set of skates out on the ice. 7:30 to go. Your Auburn Tigers lead it 2-0 in the first period. Big hit there from number 16, Blake Robeson, onto one of the Georgia Ice Dog defenders as he dumps the puck. Auburn tries to retain possession near center ice, directly in front of us, and a huge hit onto Loic Harrisau right in front of us as the puck is sent along the boards, batted down by Humphrey. Georgia gets the possession. On the attack, one-on-one. Beautiful defense. Oh, still there, still a danger in the far right side on the face-off circle near Auburn's defensive zone. They clear it up towards center ice, now to the attacking zone. Auburn with it, unable to do anything on a 1-on-3 opportunity there. That's a tough break as they are content to dump it into the zone as Blake Robeson goes out and will be traded out for number 22, Brandon Weiss.
6:27 remaining in the first period.
Yeah, this first period has flown by with a pair of goals early by Auburn in this first period. As the puck dribbles behind Hayden Harris's net, right to left. Auburn Tiger goes down. Georgia with it, unable to keep possession. Auburn pokes it away back to Georgia near the near side board, on the near side boards, right at center ice. Chandler Brown with it, content to just hold the puck and find a good pass as he skates further into his defensive zone behind the net of Hayden Harris. right to left, up along the boards on the left side. Auburn's defensive zone. Unable to clear. Auburn with it as Brandon Weiss fires a wrister right off the pads of Spreadbury. No second chance opportunity there as the Ice Dogs grab the puck. It is number 17, Bigda with it as he skates into Auburn's zone. All the way down on the left-hand side there in Auburn's defensive zone. Battling for the puck against the boards. Won by Auburn. Sent deep. Some good old-fashioned dump and chase action here for the Auburn Tigers as they get set up in the zone with their 2 defensemen on point. Mumford with it. Fires off the pads of Spreadbury. Georgia able to clear their zone. Auburn retains possession near their blue line. Backing it up. As there is a stick on the ice. Not sure whose it was. But play is going to continue. Blanding with it near the point. He is slammed into the boards. Oh, that was
a delayed penalty.
That is going to be bad.
I believe that was J.J. Blanding that went down.
Yep. That was directly in front of us. That's got to be a boarding call. That's, without a doubt, a boarding call directly in front of us as J.J. Blanding goes down hard. But on a more positive note, Jacob, what have you seen the Auburn Tigers do correctly so far in the first 15 minutes of this first period?
I've been very impressed by Auburn's neutral zone regroup. So puck comes back to the defenseman. He's got his head up, and he's making a quick decision either to go to his partner or he's going quick up to the wing, and the wing's able to get the puck in and deep.
All right, well, with that, J.J. Blanding is up and off. He is on his feet, skating towards the bench unassisted. He looks to be okay. The medical staff and trainers will indefinitely check him out, and we will give you an update as soon as we have one. With 4:37 to go in the first period, the referees seem to be talking it over near center ice with both of the captains to figure out what that's going to be. Jacob, in your expert opinion, what do you think? What do you think is going to happen with that penalty?
I would like to say it'd be a boarding call. It looks like they just gave him 2 minutes, but we'll see what happens later on. It's going to be a face-off in Georgia's zone, 5-on-4.
Yep, this is the first time we get to see Auburn's power play as they lose the face-off and the puck is sent skidding around the boards. Auburn has it near the blue line. It is stuck up against the boards. Auburn with it. Georgia again with the clear. 4:10 to go here in the first period. Auburn trying to set up another power play opportunity as the puck is against the boards on the near side in Auburn's defensive zone. Auburn with it near the center ice all the way into the offensive zone. Patillo with it.
Quick shot wide.
Unable to do anything there. Good puck movement here from Auburn. Edwards takes another shot and unable to connect as Georgia then clears their zone with 3:30 to go here in the first period as the Auburn Tigers lead 2-0 and currently on the power play. Auburn with it into the offensive zone, around the boards right to left, trapped back into the back right corner in Auburn zone. Georgia able to clear, still playing man down with 3:10 to go. This players crash into the boards directly in front of us, and the puck is sent deep into Auburn's defensive zone behind the net of Harris. Auburn building it up from behind. Hit with it. Auburn still has it. Robeson with it near the boards behind the net. Back to hit. Hit to Brown. Brown to Patillo. Auburn retains possession down in the back left corner. Now the center. Ooh, unlucky shot there. as Auburn scrambles for a rebound from the shot from the far face-off circle in Georgia's defending zone as the puck is sent pretty much directly at us. That one was pretty close as the puck is behind the net, and Auburn builds up from the back with 2:15 to go here in the first period. Auburn is still on the power play near the slot as Spreadbury manages to catch the puck, and we will have a face-off here with just over a minute and a half to go.
Looks like we have a 5-minute penalty called on Georgia, so it's a 5-minute power play for Auburn. But they really just haven't been able to do anything with it. Haven't set anything up. Georgia's been able to clear the puck down the ice.
As we get set for the face-off, Georgia wins it now to the left point for Auburn. Auburn has it deep into the zone. Georgia tries to clear, stopped. Rister fired deep, blocked by Georgia, and the puck goes sailing wide. Harris had to come out of his net to save it behind the net in the near side boards in Auburn's defensive zone, and that's going to be a delayed penalty for tripping against Georgia. Harris sprints off the ice, and before he can get to the bench, Georgia gets possession of the puck. And we're going to have a little bit of 5-on-3 action to end the period here, it looks like.
So that was Jack Ryan of Georgia that took that tripping penalty. This is a huge opportunity for Auburn to close the door to this game. They're already up 2-0. One more puts the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, let's hope so here. It's still early. First period's winding down, but if Auburn can seal a third goal out of this first period, it's going to take some wind out of the Ice Dogs' sails for sure. As Blake Robeson gets set for the face-off, Auburn wins it. Chandler Brown back to Patillo. Patillo at the point. Near center ice. Humphrey with it. Hit with it now, skating around. Auburn content to just move the puck as they have a 5-on-3 man advantage with just over a minute to play here in the first period. Georgia unable to clear the zone. Auburn moving it. Patillo fires a wrister. Saved by Spreadbury. Patillo with it down in the bottom right corner near the face-off circle of Ice Dogs defensive zone. Patillo with it near the point. Auburn still moving this puck around, trying to get a good look as it's right in front of the crease. That is Chandler Brown with it near the right point. Back to Patillo. Hit with it. Ooh, huge hit there. Robeson behind the net. Hit fires wide.
24 seconds left.
Almost able to connect there. As Chandler Brown tries to get a pass off, unable to, as Auburn still has possession here, and as we have just over 10 seconds to play in the first period. They're going to have to get a shot off if they wish to score. And speaking of shots, there's the shot. Easy save there for Spreadbury. We have
6.5 seconds left remaining in the period.
Auburn leads it 2-0 right now, and they're still on a 5-on-3 power play. But Jacob, what's been going wrong? Why can't they find the back of the net on this 5-on-3
I think they're just trying to rush stuff too much. Just let it develop.
Awesome. Auburn wins the face-off here. Humphrey with it. He loses it, and both teams are going to be content to play to the horn, as that'll do it for the first period of Auburn versus Georgia here in Athens, Georgia. Auburn University takes a quick 2-0 lead with goals coming from Chandler Brown and Sam Edwards. We will be back after these commercials with the second period.
A promise was made. A promise that hit the beaches of Normandy. A covenant that split the skies over Berlin. A vow that captured Iwo Jima. A promise was made. A solemn oath that liberated Seoul. A sacred trust that defended Quezon. A pact that dug in Da Nang. A contract that weathered Tet. A promise was made. A pledge that stormed the desert in Iraq. A bond that patrolled door to door in Fallujah. An IOU that braved IEDs in Kandahar. A promise was made to America's veterans a promise we all must keep. DAV fights for all veterans and their families so they get the health care, financial benefits, and support they earned. If you're a veteran who needs help or you'd like to help us keep the promise, visit DAV.org.
Hey, Dr. Phil here. I help people solve difficult and trying personal problems every day on my TV show, but there's one problem that's just got me stumped: childhood hunger. Nearly 16 million children in America struggle with it. That's 1 in 5 kids who may not know where their next meal is coming from, despite the fact that there's more than enough healthy, nutritious food out there to feed them all. Now, I don't know about you, but that is unacceptable to me. Luckily, the Feeding America network of good people is out there collecting surplus food and giving hope to hungry children and their families at local food banks all across the country. But let's face it, they can't do it without your help. Join me in supporting Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Sharing has never meant as much as it does now. We share the things we love most in life for the world to see. But what if we could actually do more with our sharing than just collect likes? What if this sharing could be used to make a difference? Now there's a place where we can put all that sharing to good use. The National MS Society is asking people to make a difference and share what they love with someone else who loves it too. Whether it's surfing, dancing, or whatever is important to you, we've created a place that'll help you get your experience out to the world. If you have a story, share it. If you have a solution, share that too. Join us at wearestrongerthanms.org, because together, we are stronger.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
El que San Jude no cobra ni un centavo para nosotros significa quitarnos todo ese estrés, esa preocupación y podernos enfocar en nuestra hija.
That was the first thing I was like, how are we going to do this? When St. Jude told us that we didn't have to pay a single bill, I was like, wow. They pretty much have saved us.
It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders, and now your focus is supporting this child.
There is not another hospital like St. Jude. The patient care is unmatchable. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
Dad, we need to talk.
Can we just enjoy the drive?
If you're not going to listen to me, who will you listen to? Jeffrey.
Marcia Gay Harden, what?
Eyes on the road, Dad.
What are you doing? What are you doing in my back seat? How did you get in here?
You're getting older.
Not that old.
Your brain's changing. It's natural. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Honey, I've got experience with this. Jeffrey, brain health is all about making the most of your brain as you age and helping to reduce some of the risks to your brain.
Really? Now that's interesting.
So, you'll talk to her about this, but not me. Marcia Gay Harden? Where did she go?
Learn what you can do to help keep your brain healthy at brainhealth.gov. She didn't say goodbye? I mean, I would have. Visit brainhealth.gov.
Why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Having trouble finding Connor's middle school? Would you like directions?
No, why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with him over homework.
Home walk restaurant. Need a review?
No, I need help. He's very smart, but his mind wanders. He's disorganized.
I think I understand.
Oh, good.
Finding best potatoes for French fries.
No!
Russet. Fingerling. Yukon Gold.
Why don't you understand me?
Sorry, I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
Brought to you by understood.org and the Ad Council.
I'm Paul George of the Indiana Pacers. When I was 6, I had one thing on my mind. When I was 6, my days were spent playing basketball every chance I could. When I was 6, my dream was to make it to the NBA. When I was 6, my mom had a stroke. So I want you to learn the signs of a stroke fast. F-A-S-T. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. Because the sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. I'm Paul George. Protect the ones you love. Spot a stroke F-A-S-T. Fast. Life is why. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
Okay, Simon, what are you wearing right now?
Nothing.
That's right. And what do people normally wear?
Clothes.
Exactly. So now Mommy's going to teach you how to dress yourself. Clothes keep us warm, they look good, and if we go out without them, the neighbors will talk. So it's important to know how to get dressed. Here's how it's done. Underwear always comes first, name tag at the back, then pants, then shirt. Get the first button in the right hole, or you have to start all over. If you're wearing a tie, it goes over, round, round, through, and pull tight. Tuck your shirt into your pants and zip up your fly. Socks going first, then shoes right on right, left on left. With shoelaces, just take the ends, cross them over, switch the loops. The rabbit goes down the hole, pull tight, and you're left with bunny ears.
I love bunnies.
Good to know. Now remember, spots don't go with stripes, socks don't go with sandals, and if you've tucked in your shirt, wear a belt. Got it? Why are your pants on your head?
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But spending just 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier and could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. For fun 2-minute videos to watch while brushing, visit 2min2x.org. That's 2min2x.org. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking.
I talked to my doctors, and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Getting support from friends online kept me on track.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
Instead of smoking after I ate, I'd get up and take a walk.
I missed having a cigarette in my hand, so I'd hold a pen or a straw, anything.
Until I knew I wouldn't give in to temptation, I spent more time with my friends who didn't smoke.
I went to places that were smoke-free.
I didn't stay quit the very first time I tried.
I kept on trying, and I learned something each time.
Do whatever it takes.
No matter how many times it takes.
I quit.
I quit.
I quit.
We did it, so can you.
You can quit. For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and CDC.
I'm Tiffany. I have some tips for you on how to quit smoking like I did. First, I did some reading about it. I found a lot of great advice on how to quit smoking and picked out the ways I thought would work best for me. I started by setting a quit date. Then I threw out my ashtrays, lighters, and matches. I did other things too, like exercising more, and it worked. But I'd still get cravings, especially on long car rides. To help me with that, I put a picture of my mother in my car. She died of lung cancer from smoking cigarettes when I was only 16. Now I have a 16-year-old daughter. That picture of my mother reminds me that I don't want to miss all the things my daughter is going to do in her life, including turning 17.
You can quit. For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and CDC.
Welcome back, everyone, to Athens, Georgia, here at the Classic Center. Your Auburn Tigers are up 2-0 against the Georgia Ice Dogs early. Jacob, walk us through that first period real quick.
All right, so Auburn got off to a very fast start. First 3 shots on goal, 2 of them went in. We had Chandler Brown scoring top right corner, and then Sam Edwards went down on 2-on-1 and put it near a blocker side. After that happened, Georgia changed goalies from Brady Mulligan to Owen Spreadbury, and since then we have not had any scoring. So Auburn definitely benefiting from that fast start. And then we ended that period with Auburn on the power play, 5-on-3. Not really a lot getting done, but they're still on the 5-on-3 power play.
Yeah, they're going to start the second period with a 5-on-3 power play. But the thing that caught my eye was this: during the middle of that first period, Auburn managed to kill off their own 3-on-5 penalty kill.
They did. Blake Robeson had a very active stick. He was the lone forward out there, and basically just shut down the middle of the ice. Didn't allow anything crossed ice, which is what you want on a 5-on-3. You can't have those backdoor one-timers happening.
No, you definitely can't allow those. Auburn really didn't clear the zone a whole bunch when they were on the penalty kill, but they did not give up any easy shots. They had a lot of communication between the three on the ice. Possibly Hayden Harris bossing them around a little bit in the net.
They're just keeping everything to the outside. That's what you want to do on a penalty kill. You're aggressively just waiting for Georgia to turn the puck over, and then that's when you jump up on them. I think Auburn did a very good job of that when they killed off that 5-on-3.
Yeah. Well, like we've mentioned before, it is 2-0 in the favor of Auburn as the players are just about to come out of the locker rooms and take the ice for the second period. We got about a minute and a half before puck drop here. But this one looks to be a high-scoring game. It has the potential to be a high-scoring game, Jacob. Just like a few weeks ago, Auburn took on University of Alabama at Huntsville and won 6-0. And again, 4-1 the following night. This is a best of one. They didn't play last night as Auburn played South Carolina last night. So this is just a best of one and done. No 2-game road series. No nothing.
Last game of the season. Auburn definitely has the firepower to put up a bunch of goals here. But I'm not quite sure it's going to be a shootout just because Hayden Harris is in net. You're going to get a great performance out of him. I'm not going to say the S word, but it's 2-0 right now.
Yeah. That's a very dangerous, like you've actually told me before, 2-goal lead is the most dangerous lead in pretty much any sport.
Especially hockey.
Yep. Momentum can shift. So as Auburn takes the ice, looking to shut out the Ice Dogs here, hopefully bag another one on this 5-on-3 that they've got going for themselves to start, as they will be going from our right to left and Georgia left to right. Auburn will be attacking into the crowd, it looks like, as the crowd is gathered behind the net of the Georgia attacking zone for the first and third period. But now that it is geared up for the second period, Auburn will be firing with the side that has more fans on it as opposed to the building behind the net on the other side. We have an interesting crowd of a couple hundred people here, I would say, but everybody's about on ice level, say 8 or 9 feet from the boards. Not really a great vantage point to see, but definitely up close to the action.
Yep. You got a lot of action here going on. Puck's firing off the boards, and people are feet away from the puck that's going 60 miles an hour on the ice.
Yeah, that is phenomenal. There's a bunch of scratches on these boards directly in front of my face, actually, and I believe 1 or 2 of them was caused last period, but I'm thankful we have glass between us.
I am too.
I do not want to be out there. But yeah, both teams of skaters warming up as Hayden Harris gets set in his net, the goaltender for the Auburn Tigers. He is the story tonight as he has a phenomenal 92 save percentage for the season. No, we keep bringing that up, but that is still a phenomenal number to have.
Right, star player. Big-time players make big-time plays, and he's definitely been doing that tonight, especially killing that 5-on-3 you mentioned earlier in the game.
Yep. Hayden Harris has gotten he's been in net for 10 of Auburn's 14 wins this season. And you know what I just remembered, Jacob?
What's that?
Auburn's home record this season, 11-0-1. Undefeated at home in 12 games this season. That's phenomenal.
It's very good. Unfortunately, we're on the road tonight in Athens, but they're still great on the road as well.
Yes, their away record is a 3-4-1 as updated by the South Carolina game last night. But that's still not bad. Most of those games happen at home, so they have that home ice advantage. Whatever. You can attest to that, right? That home ice advantage where you're playing in your hometown. You don't have to go travel, sleep in a
You've
hotel
been there,
somewhere.
so you know how the boards bounce a little bit better. Before a game, you're just playing with the boards and see how the pucks bounce a little bit. So you're just firing it against the wall and realizing, hey, this board is dead, so the puck's not going to bounce a certain way. So when you have home ice advantage, you already know these things, and when you're on the road, you do that, and you're expecting the puck to bounce a certain way, and it doesn't.
All right, both teams are on the ice here for second period as sticks are banging. Puck's dropped. Auburn wins the face-off. Hit with it. Back to Patillo. Patillo with it in his defensive zone. Clears the blue line into center ice. Patillo all the way up into the offensive zone on the near side face-off circle. Back to the point. Humphrey with it. It skates right across the goal of Spreadbury for Georgia. Multiple attempts there for Auburn as they're unable to get a good shot. Back to the right point. Humphrey with it. Now to the left point. Patillo with it. Fires. Scores! I believe that was a second. Yep, that'll count. I couldn't tell from here. There were a pile of bodies between me and the net. But by the raised sticks in the air, I was unable to tell who grabbed that goal, unfortunately.
What's interesting to note is that both the Georgia players did jump out of the box literally a second before that goal was scored. So it wasn't on the power play, but they had not been yet involved in the play.
So that does count as an even strength goal, as Auburn is up 3-0 early with just over 19 to go as the puck bounces around behind Spreadbury's net. Left to right here as they're on the near side boards on the face-off circle, back behind the net of Spreadbury. Georgia retaining possession up the ice towards their blue zone. Barely able to clear their blue zone. Auburn with it. Jacob, do you have an update for us with the goal scorer?
I believe that was Trent Gavrin.
That is his first point of the season, I believe. Well, congratulations to Trent Gavrin, as we're down to 18 and a half to go. As Auburn dumps the puck around the boards behind the net of Spreadbury. Left to right, still pinned behind the net. Ooh, huge hit there from Humphrey as he lays out one of the Ice Dogs on the far side boards near the face-off circle. Puck is near center ice. Back to the defensive zone of Auburn. Dish it back towards center ice. Icing is going to be waved off as the puck sails all the way back to the boards behind the net of Georgia. Ooh. Wrister fired there from Robeson. Good save from Spreadbury. Auburn retaining it. Georgia stealing it as they have good offensive look here as they're trying to set up shop here in Auburn's defensive zone with 17:30 to go as Auburn leads it now by a score of 3-0. Puck is on the near side boards for Auburn. Auburn has it behind the net of Harris. Loses it. Puck still in that far back corner by the face-off circle, far side. Now to the point. Fires a wrister. Blocked. Now to the left point. Blocked and saved by Harris. Beautiful glove save there. Pile of bodies in the way. Probably was screened, but doesn't matter for him as he's got the best reflexes and hand-eye coordination I've ever seen in a human being.
Henry Humphrey with a great shift. So he assisted on that last goal, and then that big hit was actually laid by him.
That was a huge open ice hit early there as Auburn loses the face-off here as the puck goes behind the boards, right to left for Hayden Harris's, behind Harris's net, excuse me. Puck chipped up into the air, Georgia with it, behind the net still, Georgia with it, along the near side face-off circle and deep in Auburn's defensive zone. Auburn just looking to clear the zone now, as they managed to because one of the Ice Dogs players fumbled around with the puck. Delayed offside call as Auburn seems to dump and chase all the way down. Puck's down to the boards behind Spreadbury's net now. Georgia with it, back to center ice. The 1-on-2 for Georgia, now a 2-on-2. Player goes down, no penalty called. Georgia with it, right in the slot, and he scores! That was number 29, Jake Solaski for the Georgia Ice Dogs. He's cut the lead to 2 with the goal of his own at 16 minutes and 15 seconds left to play. He records his 6th goal of the season. Auburn still leads it 3-1.
He's left all alone in front. Not much Hayden Harris can do there.
No, it's definitely hard to make those saves when you give up such a good, easy opportunity, which is extremely uncharacteristic of this Auburn defense. So we get set for another face-off. Georgia wins it. Back in their defensive zone. Along the boards, near side, and that's going to be icing. It took all of 5 seconds from that face-off for another face-off, all the way this time in Auburn's attacking zone due to an icing.
Yep, Georgia won it back, and their defenseman just fired it down the ice.
Auburn losing yet another face-off. Big hits right in front of the boards. Auburn with it near center ice. Georgia pickpockets the Auburn player, and they're back on a 1-on-2. A big open ice hit there as Auburn takes possession of the puck on the far sides, back towards center ice on the near boards. Georgia with it, a 2-on-1. Beautiful save by Harris as he saves the puck and then covers with 15 and a half to go here in the second period.
Great job by Hayden Harris. That was a 2-on-1 right there. You know, didn't cheat over playing the puck carrier, and he tried to slide it in near side, but he had it covered.
That was phenomenal goaltending there by Hayden Harris. Face off here, by Auburn, I guess, as they are able to clear the zone. And Georgia has to retreat to avoid that delayed offside penalty, the delayed offside call. Auburn able to clear their zone yet again. O'Rourke with it. Stick handles into the near face-off circle. Auburn's attacking zone. Georgia pickpockets O'Rourke. Near boards, center ice, Georgia with it, and they are content to dump and chase and get a line change for their 3 forwards, it looks like. Get some fresh skates on the ice with 14 and a half to go as Auburn clears the zone. Robeson with it and cross the blue line on the near side face-off circle behind the net, right to left. Body slamming into the boards there on the far side, back behind the net as Georgia gets possession, and they lose it immediately after. Auburn clears their zone yet again and gives it right back to Georgia. Lots of back and forth action here. As a shot is fired wide of Harris's net, he is called to action and made the save. Auburn clears the zone yet again. 14-15 to play as icing is waved off. Patillo with it on the near side, deep into the defensive zone for Auburn. Behind the net. Still on the left side boards near the face-off circle. Big hits near the face-off circle on both sides. Left to right behind Harris's net. Auburn still struggling to gain possession of the puck as it skirts around the boards yet again on the far side. That is Caleb Patillo handling the puck, looking for a teammate to pass to. He finds Blanding near center ice. Auburn with it. content to dump and chase yet again. As Georgia gets possession on the near side face-off circle in their defensive zone. Skating past center ice. Kyle Harris with it all the way across the ice from his defensive zone into Auburn's defensive zone. Auburn retains possession. Loic Harrisau dumps the puck all the way deep into Georgia's defensive zone, and Auburn looks to get possession here early. Georgia's on a breakaway, 2-on-1. I'm not sure quite what happened there as the referee was obstructing my view. Jacob, can you walk us through that?
Great save by Hayden Harris, another 2-on-1. He tried to slide it across the crease, and Hayden Harris just covered it up. No opportunity for his Georgia teammate to capitalize on that opportunity.
Yep, just over 12 and a half minutes to go here in the second period at the Classic Center in Athens, Georgia. Your Auburn Tigers lead it by a score of 3-1. As the puck is along the far side, right side behind Harris's net. Georgia content to dump it around again. Left side of Harris's net, left side face-off circle, up and over, shot blocked by Auburn. Puck is bouncing right in the right in the slot. Georgia wins it, unable to do anything with it, as Harris was nearly called to action there as a wrister is taken from the blue line for Georgia. Auburn able to clear the zone frantically with 12:15 to go. As Georgia's now changing Georgia's now getting a line change in. Auburn's still struggling to clear their zone here as they finally do so. Georgia with it, center ice. Number 13, Cameron Campbell slammed against the boards. And Henry Humphrey definitely got the worst of that. He's seems to be all right. Banged up against the boards. He's going to skate unassisted towards the bench. Looks to be a little shaken up, but I fully expect to see him later tonight.
Oh, yeah, it just looked like he went to go hit Cameron Campbell of Georgia, and Campbell sidestepped him and just hit the boards a little too hard.
Yep, unfortunate there for Humphrey, but he's one of the signature players for the Auburn Tigers. He's on that starting lineup. As Georgia wins yet another face-off here, right point down to the face-off circle on the right side in their attacking zone. Fires a shot wide of Harris's net. Auburn with it, trying to clear the zone here, get some good attacking play. Auburn with it, fires a wrister wide of the net of Spreadbury. Auburn on the near side face-off circle on their attacking zone. Puck is pinned up against the boards, and there's a pile of bodies. I'm unable to see what exactly is going on because there's a crowd between me and the glass. As the puck is now pinned behind, as the puck is now sitting behind the net of Spreadbury. Georgia has possession, pickpocketed by Robeson. Robeson with a one-man army here behind the net for Auburn. Patillo slamming his stick against the ice, calling for that pass. Puck going left to right behind Spreadbury's net yet again. And Georgia with it as they're able to clear the zone into center ice. Dump it and get a four-man line change, it looks like there. As Auburn clears their zone back to center ice. Pushing forward, fires a wrister. Saved by Spreadbury. Off the shot of Harrisau. Harrisau with a big hit in the boards right in front of us, near center ice. As more big hits continue to pile up, I'm sure you can hear that on the mic as well. Puck is now near center ice. Auburn trying to win possession, but Georgia keeping it with 10-12 to go. As hits the ice. Georgia with it, trying to get the wraparound. Harris sprawls down. Lost the puck there for a second. Fired. Harris called into action. The puck is now behind the net of Harris. Georgia trying to get a cheeky wraparound goal, it looks like. Fires from the left point. Georgia. Harris saves. And oh my goodness, one of the Ice Dogs blew a wheel out there. Oh boy, he blew a tire. Auburn with it now on the far side of their attacking zone. Given away to Georgia. Patillo content to dump it into the zone. Auburn forced to retreat yet again. We have 9:30 to go here in the second period. Auburn up 3-1. Big hits from both sides coming out now. Georgia with it down to the near face-off circle. Easy glove save there from Hayden Harris.
We got 9:13 left in the period. Auburn has seemed to be sitting back on their heels a little bit more. They got to get back to attacking on the tips of their toes, playing physical again.
Yeah, just over half of the second period has gone by. So we get set for another face-off, this time in Auburn's defensive zone. And let's play hockey. There we go. Weiss wins it for Auburn, it seems like. Auburn retains possession behind Harris's net. Blanding with it, getting smothered by two Georgia players as he gets pickpocketed. Georgia has the puck behind the net, left to right. Auburn with it. Big open ice hit. Auburn able to clear their zone, but it goes out of play. I believe, I'm not sure if that went into the bench.
That's what it seems like to me.
Well, Blanding sent the puck into the Georgia bench there as we get set for another face-off on the far side in Auburn's defensive zone with just over 8 to play in the second. Auburn wins it from right to left behind Harris's net, up to the blue line. Auburn with it into the attacking zone. Puck is dumped deep on the near side face-off circle. Georgia gets possession. Auburn retreating back. Colin Tate with the pressure onto the Georgia attacker. Here deep into the zone is a huge hit into the boards, deep into the defensive zone of Auburn on the near side. As the puck is scooped out of play and it seems to be tipped. So no delay of game called there.
Still in Auburn's zone.
Yep. Auburn is still forced to defend as they have been for most of this second period. So we get set for another face-off here in Auburn's defensive zone. Georgia wins it yet again. Fires the puck well wide of Harris's net. Puck is now pinned behind the boards of Harris. Directly behind him. Left to right. Big open ice hit there as Auburn clears their zone with 7.5 to go here in the second period. Georgia retaining possession of the puck across center ice, across the blue line. It's a 3-on-3 now. Both teams fully there. Across right in the crease of Hayden Harris, scrambling to cover. Puck bounces out as Auburn able to clear Hayden Harris's crease as they clear the zone after a frantic scramble right in front of Harris's net there. Auburn wins it in their defensive zone. Auburn Tigers captain Chandler Brown skating all the way deep into Auburn's attacking zone there. Unfortunately losing the puck. Now on the far side with it, Georgia across center ice. Back to the far side, across the blue line, into Auburn's defensive zone. Left to right now behind Harris's net. Pinned up against the boards on the right side. Puck is freed now to the left point. Georgia with it. Takes a wrister. Misses wide. Auburn recovers it. Pinned up against the boards on the near side. And now dumped back behind the net of Hayden Harris. Right side. Now it is pinned. Auburn unable to clear the zone. Georgia unable to get more shots to connect as they're firing well off target here with 6:30 to go here in the second period. Auburn with possession now. Up to the blue line on the far side. And that was Loic Harrisau with the stick handling there. Unfortunate miscue, unlucky, whatever you want to call it. That's going to be an offside for Auburn.
Auburn's been a little bit sloppier this period. There have been a few instances of pucks just laying in front of the net, and that led to Georgia's only goal tonight. Auburn losing yet another face-off here as
number 8 captain Kyle Harris for the Georgia Ice Dogs dumps it down into Auburn's defensive zone. They've been playing a lot of defense tonight so far, Jacob.
They have. Losing lots of face-offs.
Yeah. Those face-offs aren't going to get you possession if you keep losing them. Auburn's going to have to find a way to turn that around. As the puck is buried into the corner on the near side boards, now up to the face-off circle, now past the blue line of Auburn's zone. Blake Robeson with it, across the ice. One-timer fired towards the net of Spreadbury. Easy save there for Spreadbury. Behind the net, left to right. And we have a stoppage in play with 5.5 to go in the second. I'm not quite sure. Oh, the net came off the... I can't see that all the way from over here as the referee is adjusting the net. The Georgia Ice Dogs.
Auburn's,
oh, go ahead.
Auburn's still winning 3-1.
Yes. Auburn is up 3-1 as we get set for another face-off. Robeson wins it for the Tigers. Behind the net of Spreadbury. Pinned along the boards directly behind Spreadbury. Back to the right point. Blanding with it. Fires. Blocked. Puck is still bouncing around right in front of the crease of Spreadbury. Now behind the net on the right side face-off circle. The Ice Dogs clear the zone as Auburn retreats to get a full line change, it looks like. Just over 5 to go here in the second period. Auburn with it, loses it. Now it's back to Auburn near center ice and a big hit on Hayden Humphrey. He goes down to the ice, bounces back up. Auburn with it, number 97, Sam Edwards. He's already had a goal tonight. Can he add to that tally? Auburn with it on the near side, right on their attacking blue line. Loses it. Georgia with it, number 29, Solaski. Solaski dumps the puck. Now it's on the far side boards. Back to the right point for Georgia. Ooh. Miscue there, I believe, is... Now it's going to be an offside call for Georgia as they did not fully leave the zone after Auburn had cleared their defensive zone. With just over 4.5 to go here in the second, Auburn leads it 3-1.
Auburn's been in their zone a lot, and as such, they've had to deal with more shots on net, but they've done a great job of blocking shots going inside out up at the point.
Chandler Brown losing the face-off there. Auburn back into their defensive zone. Hayden Harris had to be called upon fast there. Lightning reflexes there to make it save. It's another save for him on the night as the puck goes from left to right behind his net. Auburn Tigers with it. Unable to retain possession there. Auburn loses it. Now Georgia with it, the left point. He fires a shot right into the body of Hayden Harris. Pretty easy save there. No opportunity for those second chance goals.
Quickly cover it up, and the Auburn defenseman clearing the crease.
Phenomenal save there. Hayden Harris has had a good night so far. I've had a good night so far. It's not too cold. Nice outdoor rink. Lots of fans here. Yep. So Auburn loses the face-off yet again. Now they gain possession back near center ice. Good heads-up play there from Colin Tate, making sure to stay onside as Auburn pushes into their attacking zone. They lose possession as Georgia clears their blue line across center ice. Now across Auburn's blue line as the puck bounces off the boards behind Hayden Harris and is pinned behind his net. Now on the right side face-off circle for Auburn. Auburn just getting clear of the zone. Puck fired back in. Georgia with it on the near side. Marr for Georgia dumps it behind the net. And Auburn up the near side boards across center ice. Unable to get possession. And Georgia retains it with just over 3.5 to go here in the second period.
Puck goes down. It looks like we have an icing.
Yep, that's going to be an icing call, so bring it all the way back into Auburn's attacking third here.
Let's see if Auburn can change up their luck on the draws. They have not won a lot of faceoffs tonight. This time they're in the offensive zone, win it back to the D, shot on net, chances will happen.
Yeah, like you mentioned beforehand, shots on net are going to be the key to this game as Auburn wins the faceoff, able to keep the puck into the attacking zone, behind the net, right to left, behind Spreadbury's net, and they lose it. Georgia with it across center ice as Marr fires a wrister. Routine save there from Harris as we just have just over 2 minutes to play here in the second period.
That was an easy save for Harris. It was a 1-on-2. Just walked across the blue line. Quick wrist shot on net. Nothing too hard.
Auburn with another face-off win there as they try to move the pucks around behind their own boards. On the far side, left point, Georgia dumping it all the way behind. Now to the near side face-off circle as the puck goes skyward. Back to the left point for Georgia. Auburn retaining possession in their defensive zone here. They have to find a way to clear this zone quick. They've been playing a lot of hockey in their zone this second period. Auburn with it on the far side across center ice. Into the blue line. On top of the blue line. The puck is finally cleared from that blue line on the far side as Georgia has possession on the near side across Auburn's blue line. On the near side, Auburn with it. Georgia with it. All the way down to the net of Hayden Harris. His icing is waved off. Auburn with it, coming out of their attacking zone, coming out of their defensive zone. Robeson with it, dumping the puck around the boards from the near side. Trying to get it to wrap around the far side, but I don't believe it did. The puck is still pinned behind Spreadbury's net there. Georgia with it. A 3-on-3 now in Georgia's attacking zone. Beautiful defending there from Auburn as Georgia fires a shot well wide. Now back to the right point. Now the left with 1 minute to go here in the second period. Right in the slot. Harris unable to cover, but he gets his leg just in the way of that puck. And phenomenal acrobatic save there from Hayden Harris as he makes the first save and swats away the rebound of the Georgia attacker with just under a minute to play here in the second.
Great save, kick save. It's laying there. No one on the Georgia forward and able to just get the pad there right in time.
Yeah, phenomenal. Georgia winning that faceoff yet again. Behind the goal, right side of Hayden Harris. Left to right now. Far side faceoff circle. Georgia with it, skating back into their defensive zone. As the Auburn Tigers kick the puck ahead and are forced to retreat to avoid an offside call. Georgia with it into the attacking zone. Near side, pinned behind the boards yet again on the far side. The puck is still being fought for behind the net of Hayden Harris. Now on his right. 3 seconds to go here in the second period as the puck skates. And Auburn fires a shot shortly after the buzzer sounds, and that will do it for the second period here at the Auburn Tigers versus Georgia at the Classic Center in Athens, Georgia. Your Auburn Tigers are up 3-1.
A promise was made. A promise that hit the beaches of Normandy. A covenant that split the skies over Berlin. A vow that captured Iwo Jima. A promise was made. A solemn oath that liberated Seoul. A sacred trust that defended Khe Sanh. A pact that dug in Da Nang. A contract that weathered Tet. A promise was made. A pledge that stormed the desert in Iraq. A bond that patrolled door to door in Fallujah. An IOU that braved IEDs in Kandahar. A promise was made to America's veterans a promise we all must keep. DAV fights for all veterans and their families so they get the health care, financial benefits, and support they earned. If you're a veteran who needs help or you'd like to help us keep the promise, visit DAV.org.
Hey, Dr. Phil here. I help people solve difficult and trying personal problems every day on my TV show, but there's one problem that's just got me stumped: childhood hunger. Nearly 16 million children in America struggle with it. That's 1 in 5 kids who may not know where their next meal is coming from, despite the fact that there's more than enough healthy, nutritious food out there to feed them all. Now, I don't know about you, but that is unacceptable to me. Luckily, the Feeding America network of good people is out there collecting surplus food and giving hope to hungry children and their families at local food banks all across the country. But let's face it, they can't do it without your help. Join me in supporting Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Sharing has never meant as much as it does now. We share the things we love most in life for the world to see. But what if we could actually do more with our sharing than just collect likes? What if this sharing could be used to make a difference? Now there's a place where we can put all that sharing to good use. The National MS Society is asking people to make a difference and share what they love with someone else who loves it too. Whether it's surfing, dancing, or whatever is important to you, we've created a place that'll help you get your experience out to the world. If you have a story, share it. If you have a solution, share that too. Join us at wearestrongerthanms.org, because together, we are stronger.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
El que San Jude no cobra ni un centavo para nosotros significa quitarnos todo ese estrés, esa preocupación y podernos enfocar en nuestra hija.
That was the first thing I was like, how are we going to do this? When St. Jude told us that we didn't have to pay a single bill, I was like, wow. They pretty much have saved us.
It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders, and now your focus is supporting this child.
There is not another hospital like St. Jude. The patient care is unmatchable. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
Dad, we need to talk.
Can we just enjoy the drive?
If you're not going to listen to me, who will we listen to?
Jeffrey.
Marcia Gay Harden, what?
Eyes on the road, Dad.
What are you doing? What are you doing in my back seat? How did you get in here?
You're getting older.
Not that old.
Your brain's changing. It's natural.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Honey, I've got experience with this. Jeffrey, brain health is all about making the most of your brain as you age and helping to reduce some of the risks to your brain.
Really? Now that's interesting.
So, you'll talk to her about this, but not me. Marcia Gay Harden? Where did she go?
Learn what you can do to help keep your brain healthy at brainhealth.gov. She didn't say goodbye. I mean, I would have. Visit brainhealth.gov.
Darren College, a former NFL Super Bowl champion, signed the most important contract of his life to serve in the Army National Guard.
I've had a lot of military in my family. It's a big part of what my family's done for a long time. I want to go out there and make a difference. I didn't find that working behind a desk, so for me it was a pretty easy decision to make. And then the opportunity to serve my community and serve my country was just icing on the cake.
To learn how to be part of the Army National Guard, log on to nationalguard.com. Sponsored by the Alabama Army National Guard. Aired by the Alabama Broadcasters Association and this station.
Our daughter might be drinking or taking something else.
We can't talk with her about it. She keeps everything secret. But when I pretend everything is okay, I'm keeping secrets too. My therapist suggested Al-Anon family groups. It was helpful to hear what other parents said. Are you troubled by someone's drinking? You might be surprised at what you could learn in an Al-Anon family group from people just like you. Call 1-888-4-AL-ANON or visit alanonfamilygroups.org.
Hi, I'm Anthony Anderson, and on TV, I play a dad who has it all. But growing up, my real life was very different. My parents taught me that tomorrow isn't promised to anyone. That's why they each had life insurance to take care of the future. I got my first policy when I was 18. Now, would your family be okay if something happened to you? If you can buy a latte, you can buy life insurance. It's that affordable. Join me in taking care of our family's futures at lifehappens.org.
A public service message from the nonprofit Life Happens.
I want to thank my mommy for loving me so much, for taking me to the doctor when I broke my foot,
for leaving me alone when I wanted to be alone.
And
now, as a grown-up, I'm thankful for being able to take care of you, my dear mom, for taking you to your therapies, for understanding that sometimes you simply want to be alone.
Roles change without us noticing. That's why AARP gives you the information to provide even better care for your loved one. Visit aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
There are 250 miles of trails in Alabama state parks. That's 250 miles for you to hike, bike, and explore. And it's something we want to share with future generations. Help us improve these trails by becoming a partner in the Alabama State Parks Trail Program. To learn more about the importance of outdoor recreation and how you can help with the development and management of this new trail program, visit alapark.com or call 800-ALAPARK. Sponsored by the Alabama State Parks, the Alabama Broadcasters Association, and this station.
The Army National Guard is committed to keeping the country safe and our communities secure. Composed of hundreds of thousands of citizen soldiers from all walks of life, the Guard is always ready to respond to local or national emergencies. We protect the homeland. We're always there when called upon, and in every state and territory, we stand guard for our communities. To learn more, log on to nationalguard.com. Sponsored by the Alabama Army National Guard, aired by the Alabama Broadcasters Association and this station. Selfless service is the guiding principle that drives Army National Guard soldiers to be always ready whenever disaster strikes. They are your next-door neighbors and your colleagues in schools, offices, and factories. To be a Guard soldier is to stand ready to serve at all times for family, for community, and for country. To learn more, log on to nationalguard.com or contact an Army National Guard recruiter in your area. Sponsored by the Alabama Army National Guard, aired by the Alabama Broadcasters Association and this station. The skills you can develop as a soldier in the Army National Guard can give you an edge in the high-tech job market of tomorrow. The Guard offers career training to take advantage of your skills in science, technology, engineering, and math that can help give you a leg up to a high-paying and rewarding STEM profession. Get a head start on your career while earning money to pay for college. Log on to nationalguard.com to learn about all of the STEM career opportunities in the Army National Guard. Sponsored by the Alabama Army National Guard, aired by the Alabama Broadcasters Association and this station.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Classic Center here in Athens, Georgia. Your Auburn Tigers are up 3-1 as we are about 3 minutes away from starting the third period. Jacob, what did you like here in that second period?
I loved how, Auburn's wingers going inside out, attacking the point, taking away shooting lanes. By inside out, I mean they're putting their body in that shooting lane and forcing the defenseman to either shoot through them and they're blocking shots, or they're just forcing the defenseman to put it back down into the corners.
Yeah, Auburn did a really good job of getting a quick goal, I believe immediately after both of the Georgia players stepped out of the penalty box. So it was a full even strength goal, right?
Yeah. I've been impressed by the way Auburn has started both periods. They start first period, 2 goals on first 3 shots. Second period, a goal within the minute of the period starting.
Yeah, that was phenomenal. Auburn did get into a little bit of trouble for most of that second period, though, as they were defending in their zone for most of it. They couldn't get a breakout, fast break offense Was it long shifts? What was going on there that kept them pinned down?
I think a lot of it stemmed from just losing draws in the defensive zone and just allowing Georgia to have that possession. You get pinned, and then you're out there for a 2-minute shift, and it just carries on, and it drags on, and you're tired. And it's tough to break the puck out when you're tired, and Georgia's able to get fresh men onto the ice.
Yeah, well, the nets are being fastened down on the respective sides. Auburn will be going left to right, and Georgia now right to left, as we are 2 minutes away now from the third period. Auburn is ranked number 11 right now in the standings with a record of 14-4-2, and Georgia number 8 with a record of 11-7-1. Auburn has won 6 of their last 7 games, and Georgia 2 of their last 5.
So different trajectories at this point of the season.
Yep, Auburn went undefeated at home, and that momentum's got to carry. That mindset, that mentality carries over. If we can do this on home ice, then why can't we do it anywhere else? Or what's stopping us?
Exactly.
Let's keep that going. So we're just over a minute to go. So both teams seem to be moments away from taking the ice in front of a crowd of a couple hundred here at the outdoor rink at the Classic Center in Athens, Georgia. Jacob, we talked a little bit about the outdoor rink during the pregame show, but can you remind the listeners at home what's going on here, what the difference is between this and a normal rink?
Right, so we're outside right now. I'd say it's probably with the same temperature as inside of a rink, but the difference is in the Auburn's attacking end now, the rink is uncovered by a metal sheet. So lots of glare down at that end from lights, and then there's no nets up around the glass. So a puck comes up and out of play, the crowd better be watching out.
Yeah, that is true. We've seen a couple pucks dumped into benches, 1 or 2 over the boards. Nothing too bad. Somebody's going home with a souvenir, I guess.
I guess so.
The horn will sound, and it looks to be that both teams are making their way to the rink now. There aren't too many stands or anything around this rink. Only about half of it has, I guess, seating or standing room, if we're being honest. We're near the opposite side of both teams' benches and the penalty box, near center ice, as Hayden Harris skates onto the ice with the remaining Auburn Tigers team. They are leading 3-1 going into this third period. They've been phenomenal about shutting out teams late in the games and shutting down their will to attack, if you will.
You got 20 minutes left. You got to keep doing what you've been doing for the first 40 minutes. Don't take the foot off the gas.
Yep, it's back to a 2-goal lead now for Auburn. I had a 3-goal lead at one point, and Georgia's own number 29, Jake Selesky, put one away to reduce it to 2. But in the history of getting there, a goal by Trent Gavrin, a goal by Sam Edwards was the first goal of the game. Chandler Brown with the second, both coming early in the first period. Auburn's third goal coming by number 55, Trent Gavrin, his first points of the season. That was assisted by number 7, Henry Humphrey, his 14th assist of the season. That'll mean 22 points for number 7.
And he's doing more than just getting on the score sheet. He's a big guy, 6'2". He's played very physical out there today. I know several times there have been oohs and ahs when he's laid the body on someone.
Yeah. Auburn's known to be a very physical team. Sometimes it's come to bite them late in the game. But especially now that they have the dominance, they have that extra physicality, Most teams just don't step up and challenge them with it. They're a lot of bigger guys, and they like to lay the big hits on people, and they're not afraid to go to war. So Auburn is now on the ice for the Auburn Tigers. We have number 17, Chandler Brown. Number 22, Brandon Weiss. Number 7, Henry Humphrey. Number 42, Caleb Patillo. And last but not least, 97, Sam Edwards. And in net, as always, Hayden Harris. Taking the ice for Georgia to start the third period, number 13, Campbell. 23, Katz. Solaski, he's got their only goal of the night. Number 6, Aaron Phillips. And with that, we're set to start the third period, folks. Brandon Weiss at the faceoff, unable to win it as it goes to the near side. Deep behind the net of Hayden Harris on the far side. Auburn with it across their blue line as a Georgia player tumbles into their own bench. Weiss with it, unable to control it. There's a huge hit down in the bottom right-hand corner. Weiss still battling for the puck on the near side. Georgia able to clear their zone. Now into Auburn's zone. Georgia with it. Shot is fired. A little bit of pushing and shoving after the whistle there, but Harris able to cover. Pretty easy save there, as both sides are going to change with 19:20 to go here in the third and final period.
Not too much action after the whistle. Auburn defensemen doing a great job clearing the front of the net.
Auburn able to win a defensive zone face-off as it goes to the near side, pinned up against the boards, now behind the net of Hayden Harris. Left to right along the far side face-off circle. Auburn clears the zone. Georgia with it near center ice. Puck is sent skyward. And Jacob, you want to walk us through that real quick?
Looks like we had a high stick. So a Georgia defender went to go dump in the puck, and it looks like an Auburn player had a stick up, and it hit it and deflected it, and the referee's called a high stick. So that's why we have a stoppage in play here.
All right, wonderful. That's coming from our expert, Jacob Sinopoli. As we get set for center ice face-off, Auburn winning yet another face-off. Slammed along the boards on the near side. Georgia winning it along the far side of their defensive zone. Wrapped all the way around the boards behind Hayden Harris. Back to the near side face-off circle on Auburn's side. Now left to right behind Harris's net. Now to the left point, Georgia has it. Now behind right side net, Hayden Harris. Georgia with it, back on the left point. Still at the left point, Georgia looks to dump that puck. Now on the near side, face-off circle. Two Auburn players are tangling with it. Blake Robeson with it as the Auburn team decides to get a full line change with 18 minutes to go as they're up 3-1 in this third and final period. Georgia with a 2-on-3 here, unable to get anything go as they retain possession. Back to the left point as they've gone to multiple times already this period. Back to the left point, takes a slap, fakes it, passes it behind the net. Hayden Harris trying to get a wrap around. Hayden Harris scrambles. Ooh. Good save there as the puck is now cleared. And Auburn getting a nice forecheck here, applying some pressure to the Ice Dogs with 17 to go in the third period. Puck is deflected off the top of the boards there. Georgia fires a shot well wide of Harris. Right in the slot. Now behind Harris's net, right to left. Now back left to right on the far side face-off circle on Auburn's defensive zone. Auburn fighting for the puck here. Still along the boards on the far side. Auburn fighting for it. Still pinned there. And The puck is now pinned. Oh, now it is freed, and it goes from right to left along Harris's net. Auburn able to clear the zone. Chandler Brown with the offensive presence for the Tigers, unable to make anything happen as Georgia is back into the attacking zone. Georgia unable to make anything happen there. As Auburn with it, and a huge open ice hit from Georgia. Auburn with it on the near side, across center ice, across the blue line. They're going to get there first. Gavrin with it, fighting off Georgia players left and right on the near side faceoff circle in the Auburn attacking zone, and a huge hit there by number 55, Trent Gavrin, onto the boards, near side in their attacking zone. Auburn dumping the puck into the attacking zone, trying to get some good pressure going. And there's a whistle. We'll have a stoppage in play.
Face-off will be in Auburn zone. We have some chippy plays going on right now. Third period, teams are tired of each other. Lots of physicality in this game right now.
Auburn stepping up and making some larger hits tonight.
Georgia's not backing down. They want to answer. Full line change. We have, it looks like 5:57 remaining. So something I noticed was that they only put up 10 minutes to start the period.
That is odd. Not exactly sure what's going on there with the clock. We will keep you posted. But as of now, there's only just over 5 minutes to go in the third period. That should read 15 as the puck is now on the near side of Hayden Harris's net, behind Auburn's net, left to right, pinned directly behind the net of Hayden Harris. The puck is freed. Auburn able to clear the zone. That is Blake Robeson with some fancy stick handling all the way into the Auburn attacking zone as more big hits happen behind the net for Georgia. Georgia able to clear the zone. Blanding with it along the near side, dumps the puck around the boards. Georgia with it on their near face-off circle. Auburn wins it back near side on their blue line. Cross to center ice. Georgia with it into Auburn's defending zone. Good save there by Harris as he makes the second save. And we have another face-off here with either 4:30 or 14:30.
Correct. Hayden Harris with a save off the blocker, went right back in front, and then Georgia forward picked it up and fired it low glove side, stopped it with his pad and covered it.
Yeah, we're set for another face-off here. Auburn wins another defensive zone face-off, and that puck is sent over the boards and into the street. Thankfully, there wasn't a car. Oh, was it sent over? Am I seeing things?
It was out of play.
Okay. I could have sworn I saw it go over the boards. And
we got another draw in Auburn zone. Let's see if they can finally win one.
They've been doing good this period with the draws. Won another one on the near side. Puck goes across center ice. Brown with it. Near side is a huge hit. Body slamming into the boards. Puck goes from right to left across Spreadbury's net. The teams are content to just hit each other as we have yet another stoppage in play. Still just over 4 minutes to go. Or
Correct.
14. We are not entirely sure. There might be a scoreboard malfunction.
Looks like the net actually came off there. Like we've been saying, physical game, just bumping into each other, knocking the net off. It happens.
Yes, it does. As Chandler Brown gets set for the Auburn Tigers to take a face-off on the far side in Auburn's attacking zone. Auburn leads at 3-1 currently after 2 quick goals in the first period. And Georgia now with it deep into Auburn's zone, behind the net of Harris, right to left, on the near side face-off circle in Auburn's zone. Auburn wins it, able to clear. Captain Chandler Brown with it, dishing to hit for the Auburn Tigers. Brown fires wide on the far side. Auburn able to keep the puck in the zone as it slides along the boards. all the way to the near side face-off circle. And Auburn still with it. Patillo on the near side. As they controlled the puck near center ice. This big hit was landed there. The puck is now on the far side, right point. Shot fired. Spreadbury unable to make the save. The puck is still loose along the right side, back to the right point for Auburn. Puck is dumped. There's a stick on the ground, or excuse me, on the ice. As the puck is pinned against the boards on the left side, or excuse me, near side for Auburn in their attacking zone as they still control the puck with just over 3 to go, or 13. Yet again, scoreboard malfunction possibly, not entirely sure. Auburn with it. Weak wrist shot fired, going wide of Spreadbury's net. Georgia finally able to clear the zone as they're getting a full line change of tired skaters from very long shifts. Auburn with it on the near side. Their own defensive zone. Georgia taking it now to the right point. Shot fired well wide behind the net of Harris. Still behind the net, Georgia with it. Now back to the right point, number 6. Now to the left. They scored! Georgia has now cut the gap. 3-2.
That goal came from the point. It looks like Hayden Harris was screened. Did not seem that he saw the puck coming, didn't move.
Unable to tell who exactly got the goal there for Georgia, but it was assisted by number 6, Aaron Phillips. And Auburn's lead is now cut to 1. As the puck goes to the near side boards, Auburn with it on the far side of their defensive blue zone, or excuse me, blue line. Puck on the far side in Auburn's attacking zone. Now to the near side behind the net of Spreadbury. Near the face-off circle. All the way skidding across the ice to the right point. Icing is going to be waved off here. Auburn take control and give that control away to Georgia. And then they're immediately back on the puck. Near side face-off circle in Auburn's attacking zone. Down to the far side. Georgia has it. Near side. Auburn able to win the puck again. Near side towards center ice is Blake Robeson as he heads to the bench to get a line change. Auburn giving up possession here deep into their zone. Puck goes from left to right behind Harris's net. Georgia with it. Pinned behind the right side of the net. Hayden Harris. Auburn able to clear the zone. Less than a minute to play, or 10 minutes. We're not quite sure. Scoreboard malfunctioned earlier. There should be just over 10 minutes to play in this third period as Auburn clears their zone yet again. Georgia with it on the far side. Now to the near side, center ice, across the Auburn blue line, near side face-off circle. Georgia with it. Auburn just barely able to take it away from Georgia. They're content to dump it near the net of Spreadbury. As a no-angle shot was taken, and I guess it had to have taken a deflection off of the left leg pad of Spreadbury. And that's a goal for Auburn.
It was actually deflected in front. Auburn player goes into the corner, just blindly fires one on net, gets lucky, and just sends it in 5-hole.
That was some good puck movement there from Auburn. They've been on a defensive streak recently, and we will update you shortly with who scored that goal. But for now, Auburn leads it 4-2. There should be just over 10 minutes to play. However, the clock is counting down. It's at like 3 seconds now. Regardless, And the whistles blow. And there's going to be a stoppage. The fourth Auburn Tiger goal came from Loic Harrisau.
It was assisted by number 17, your captain, Chandler Brown. So I believe what we have here is, since it's the outdoor game, there's a pretty bad glare on one end. So they took the third period, they cut it in half, 10 minutes apiece. So Hayden Harris has gone back down to the far end just to give both teams an equal opportunity with the changes in the rink.
Yep, so now your Auburn Tigers are going left to right, whereas the Georgia Ice Dogs right to left. And Auburn leads it by a score of 4-2 as the face-off happens. Auburn able to win it in a scrum. Weiss with it along the near side face-off circle, fires. Blocked by Spreadbury, near side, Georgia with it, out of their defensive zone. Into the attacking zone, Georgia still with it. Along the net of Hayden Harris. Georgia able to poke it, Hayden Harris unable to find it. Puck skirts out along the near side boards. Auburn able to clear their zone. And Georgia back with it across center ice, now across the blue line. And a huge open ice hit there from Auburn Tigers. Beautiful block as number 16, Blake Robeson, sacrifices his body and lays it all on the line to block. Here as we have just over 9 to go in the third and final period as your Auburn Tigers lead it 4-2. Auburn able to clear the zone now. Georgia content trying to get something going here on offense on the near side behind Hayden Harris's net. Puck is pinned down yet again. Freed. Georgia trying to take a no-angle shot. Now to the left point. Unable to see anything there. Far side, right point, takes a slap shot. Unable to connect there for Georgia. Auburn with it, able to clear the zone. Frantically playing defense. But the bench is on their side so they can get some line changes in like they just did. Just over 8 to play. Puck is on the near side in Auburn's defensive zone, right on the face-off circle, across to the slot. Auburn wins it. Across their blue line, able to clear it. Now to the near side. Puck is loose. Now on the far side, no tripping call there. Georgia with it out of their zone, across the ice, and content to dump it behind Hayden Harris's net. Puck now goes left to right on the near side face-off circle of the Auburn Tigers. Puck is battled for. Auburn able to clear the zone. Georgia with it across center ice. Near side, Georgia dumping it again. Dumping it in yet again with just over 7.5 to play here. Puck's now on the far side face-off circle. Now left side behind Harris's net. Now on the right. Still behind the net of Hayden Harris. He's only allowed 2 goals tonight. The puck is pinned against the boards on the face-off circle and finally cleared as it goes back behind the boards of Hayden Harris. Georgia with it. Up to the left point. Fires the wrister. Harris unable to cover, but he still gets it out of the crease. As the puck is now on the far side behind Hayden Harris's net. As battles for it and covers.
And we needed that change. James Hitt had dropped his stick trying to block a shot, so we had a winger without a stick on that last play.
Good job covering there from Hayden Harris as we have just over 6.5 to go in the third period. Your Auburn Tigers lead it 4-2. We got a face-off here on the far side in Auburn's defensive zone. We have number 15, Reed Pitzer for Auburn, up against number 22, Seth Johnston. Georgia winning the faceoff. Now it's deep behind Auburn's goal. The puck is in the crease. Harris is down in the butterfly. Now behind the right side of his net. Now behind the left, far side. Auburn able to win it. They have a 2-on-3, and they're content with dumping the puck. On the near side, shot fired. Shot fired there from number 97, Sam Edwards.
Shot from the outside circle, just trying to get shots on net. Maybe one will bounce in.
Yep, those lucky bounces seem to help. Any goal is a good goal, right?
Exactly. It doesn't matter how you score as long as it goes in.
Just over 6 minutes to go as face-off battled for and won by Auburn. As Humphrey takes the slap shot on the right point and goes well wide. Georgia with it on the near side face-off circle. Now back behind the net of Spreadbury. Back to the far side. Auburn defenseman looking for an opening. Beautiful pass there. Chandler Brown managing to stay on sides with it. The near side, right in the corner of Auburn's attacking zone. Chandler Brown getting some fancy handles. Unable to connect with the goal, and Georgia has it on the near side. Unable to clear the zone. Now finally clearing the zone with just over 5.5 to go here in the third period. As Georgia fires a shot to the to the blocker side of Hayden Harris.
Looks like we had some extra action after the whistle. Referees having to come in and break it up.
Yeah, nothing too serious right now. Just some players a little too close to Harris's net, I would imagine. Got to protect that goalie.
Some pushing and shoving. Got 5:24 remaining in the third period.
Auburn's up 4-2. 2-goal lead with just over 5.5 to go. As a defensive zone face-off is lost by Auburn. Georgia retains possession. Now the far side behind Harris's net. Now to the face-off circle. Now out of the zone. Georgia will have to regroup and come up with a new plan of attack. Linesman hand goes up for a delayed offside as Georgia's forced to retreat, and Auburn with it on the far side. Harrisow with it. Harrisow's got the 4th goal of tonight to put Auburn up 4-2. Auburn with it near center ice. Harrisow with it. Fires a wrister. Off the pads and over the glass. And we'll have a face-off with just over 4:30 to go here in the final period.
That was a great heads-up play by Harrisow. Came across, stopped on a dime, and then sent the puck firing at the net. Just got unlucky with Spreadbury making a great save.
Yeah, phenomenal save, but we're set for another face-off as Brandon Weiss wins it for the Auburn Tigers. And LeBlanc winding to take a slap shot in the far right-hand point. Georgia taking it down the ice, firing a slap shot, unable to get it to connect. Now the puck is on the near side. Now behind the net is Spreadbury, all the way on the other side of the ice. Just over 4 to play here. Georgia with it on the near side in Auburn's zone. On the near face-off circle, against the boards, bodies slamming yet again. Behind the net, the puck is pinned behind Harris's net. Auburn able to free it. They have a 3-on-2 here as bodies collide right in front of us near center ice. Just over 3 minutes to go here. Auburn leads at 4-2. Georgia able to get some attacking presence here as Auburn manages to clear the zone. And Harrisow's sprint across the ice will be for naught as the referee dubs that icing.
With that icing, looks like number 25, James Hitt, is not able to come onto the ice.
Unfortunate there for the Auburn Tigers. Some players probably getting a little bit longer of a shift than they would like. But as I say that, Blake Robeson skates over and calls a timeout. We have just over 3.5 to play, it looks like, in the third and final period. How did we get here, Jacob?
All right, so Auburn, quick start in first period, scored 2 goals on the first 3 shots, and then later in the second period, we had a goal by Gavin to make it 3-0. But then Georgia answered to make it 3-1, and then we had then it was 3-2, but then Harris out put us at 4-2 with a quick deflection goal in front. We got 2-goal lead, 3:35 remaining.
Yeah, so at this point, if you're Georgia, when do you pull your goalie if you're down 2?
Well, right now they have an opportunity. Puck is in the Auburn zone for a face-off. So you could theoretically pull the goalie now, but to me that's a little too early. You're also down against Auburn by 2, but Hayden's been great tonight. It looks like Spreadbury's staying in the net for now, but I'd keep a close eye on him.
Yeah, I will definitely keep an eye on that as we get set on the near side. Face-offs coming up. Georgia able to win it, fires a quick shot, blocked by Auburn. Now on the far side, sticks hitting the ice for Georgia, calling for passes. Unable to connect as Auburn clears their zone, and Georgia with it center ice. Puck fired near and behind Harris's net. Now directly in front of Harris as he pokes it away. Icing is waved off here as it tipped off a Georgia defenseman's stick. And now the puck is sent out of play, and some of the Georgia bench seem to be complaining.
Looks like we're going to have a draw at center ice with 3:02 left in the third period.
Time is winding down. Auburn is still up 4-2. Again, those goals are coming from Harrisau, Brown, Gavrin, and Edwards. So we get set for a face-off here on center ice. Auburn able to win the face-off. LeBlanc with it. Auburn dishing it around their defensive zone. Fast breakout with Chandler Brown putting on the brakes. Losing the puck there deep into Georgia's territory. Near side, puck goes flying above the heads. Georgia with it across center ice. Marr with it, all alone, 1-on-3. And that's going to be another save for Hayden Harris. He's racking up those saves. You can see why he's got nearly a 92 save percentage on the season.
You can. He's been huge in today's game. I don't think Auburn would be at this 2-goal lead if it were not for Hayden.
Yeah. We're down to just about 2.5 minutes to play as there's a face-off on the far side in Auburn's defensive zone. Right at the slot. Slap shot. Mistimed. Goes skidding wide of Harris's net. Back behind the left side of Harris's net. Now the far side. Puck still bouncing around in that far side behind Harris's net, and Auburn able to clear the zone. Georgia dumping the puck and getting a full line change here with 2 minutes. Georgia's goaltender Spreadbury is staying put for the moment. They are down 2. Just about 2 minutes to play. Auburn with it near their own blue line. As they dump it, trying to clear the zone. Weiss trying to play some good defense, getting a good poke check in. Now along the boards on the near side on Auburn's defensive zone. Georgia with it. Unable to get a good look. Spreadbury is now heading towards the bench. Georgia now has an empty net as Auburn leads 4-2 as the puck skates around right in front of Harris's crease. Shot wide by Georgia, far side. Just over a minute and a half to go. Auburn leads it 4-2. Shot fired, well wide. Georgia with it near the left point. Auburn unable to clear this zone. They are now on a 5-on-6 with Spreadbury leaving the net and Georgia having an empty net. Just over a minute to play. Auburn is up by 2. Georgia with the puck behind the net. Far side face-off circle. 1 minute remaining here in the third and final period at the Classic Center in Athens, Georgia. The puck is battled for, and there's a pile of bodies. Pushing and shoving is happening as Hayden Harris covers the puck and skates away to the bench and says, I don't want any of that.
He got right out of there. Defenseman taking care of the Georgia attackers, protecting Hayden Harris.
It was phenomenal play there by Hayden Harris, able to keep his eye on the puck as it bounced around in the swarm of bodies that were directly in front of his crease.
We got 49.5 seconds remaining. before this game ends.
Yep. Auburn retains the lead 4-2 as the referees are talking to both sides, telling them to relax, calm down, whatever it may be. But Georgia's going to keep that empty net.
Referees are still talking to the players out there.
Yeah, lots of pushing and shoving after the whistle there, but that's to be expected. Hockey is a physical sport. Face off in the defensive zone on the near side for Auburn. Auburn able to win it. Unable to clear the zone. Georgia retaining possession with the 6-on-5. Right at the top of the slot. Unable to make the save. Hayden Harris lets one slide by. It is now 4-3.
With 37 seconds remaining in the game.
This game became a lot closer just then. But Spreadbury is back on the ice. He's slowly making his way over to the goal. Not sure if they'll keep him in or pull him.
They'll probably keep him out there for now, and then if Georgia gets the puck in deep, they'll pull him and then send the sixth guy onto the ice. That's why it's really important here for Auburn to win the draw, get the puck in deep.
Georgia able to win the draw there across center ice on the near side. And Spreadbury heads to the bench immediately. Less than 30 seconds to go. Can Auburn hold on? Behind the right side net of Hayden Harris. Near side. Auburn able to clear the zone as the puck skittles across just wide as icing is waved off here. 13 seconds to go. On the far side, across the blue line into Auburn's defensive zone. 7 seconds. If they can manage to clear the zone. And just as I say that, 5 seconds on the clock and a handful of whistles blown by the officials on the near side faceoff circle in Auburn's defensive zone. Not exactly sure what happened there.
Georgia calls a timeout with 5 seconds remaining. It looks like the draw is going to be in Auburn's defensive zone.
It's going to be a tough one. If Auburn can win this zone and just send the puck across the ice, that should do it for tonight.
Should ice the game. Another option here is for the center to just fall on the puck and let the time run out.
That is a good option, seeing as there are only 5 seconds left and Auburn's lead has been cut from 3 down to 2 and now to 1 as they lead 4-3 late in the third period. Jacob, what have you seen in the second half of the third period from both or either side that you've liked?
The biggest thing that I've seen is just the level of physicality. First period, not a whole lot of hitting, and like we were just mentioning, refs are having to continue to talk and pull players apart from each other.
Auburn's known as a very physical team. They are not afraid to bang some bodies up against the glass here. As we are getting set, the Auburn Tigers take the ice for what surely will be the last 5 seconds. Auburn in their defensive zone on the near side face-off. Blake Robeson against Jackson Katz. Whistle blows, puck is dropped. Near side, 3 seconds to go. Near side face-off zone, Georgia with it. Unable to do anything. Board is pinned. Puck is pinned along the boards, and the horn will sound. That will do it. Auburn wins it by a score of 4-3. The Tigers clear the bench and immediately go to congratulate Hayden Harris on a job well done. Both teams shortly after are going to line up, shake hands. But with that, we're going to go to a quick commercial break, and we will bring you right back here at the Classic Center in Athens, Georgia for the postgame show.
There are 250 miles of trails in Alabama state parks. That's 250 miles for you to hike, bike, and explore. And it's something we want to share with future generations. Help us improve these trails by becoming a partner in the Alabama State Parks Trail Program. To learn more about the importance of outdoor recreation and how you can help with the development and management of this new trail program, visit alapark.com or call 800-ALAPARK. Sponsored by the Alabama State Parks, the Alabama Broadcasters Association, and this station.
The Army National Guard is committed to keeping the country safe and our communities secure. Composed of hundreds of thousands of citizen soldiers from all walks of life, the Guard is always ready to respond to local or national emergencies. We protect the homeland. We're always there when called upon, and in every state and territory, we stand guard for our communities. To learn more, log on to NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the Alabama Army National Guard. Aired by the Alabama Broadcasters Association and this station.
Selfless service is the guiding principle that drives Army National Guard soldiers to be always ready whenever disaster strikes. They are your next-door neighbors and your colleagues in schools, offices, and factories. To be a Guard soldier is to stand ready to serve at all times for family, for community, and for country. To learn more, log on to NationalGuard.com or contact an Army National Guard recruiter in your area.
Sponsored by the Alabama Army National Guard. Aired by the Alabama Broadcasters Association and this station.
The skills you can develop as a soldier in the Army National Guard can give you an edge in the high-tech job market of tomorrow. The Guard offers career training to take advantage of your skills in science, technology, engineering, and math that can help give you a leg up to a high-paying and rewarding STEM profession. Get a head start on your career while earning money to pay for college. Log on to NationalGuard.com to learn about all of the STEM career opportunities in the Army National Guard.
Sponsored by the Alabama Army National Guard. Aired by the Alabama Broadcasters Association and this station.
Welcome back to the Auburn Tigers Ice Hockey postgame show. I'm Riley Brule, and alongside me is Jacob Sinopoli. Jacob, we just had a phenomenal matchup tonight to end the season in Athens, Georgia. Walk us through what happened.
Great game. So 4-3 Auburn win. Last minute, super exciting. Closer than it should have been. Auburn had a 4-2 lead going into the last minute. And then bad bounce. Hayden Harris lets one in, 4-3. But Auburn was able to bear down and shut them out the rest of the way.
Yep. Phenomenal. They scored 2 very quick goals in the first period, bagging 2 in the first 5 minutes of the entire game. Going into the first intermission, there was a 2-0 lead, grabbing a third very quickly after the second period had started, letting one in for a 3-1 lead, cutting that lead down to 3-2, and then Loic Harrisau with the 4th and final goal for Auburn here in Athens, Georgia. Tonight we played at an outdoor rink. A little bit different. Similar to the Winter Classic, I would say.
Very exciting. Both teams had players with eye black on. I had mentioned the glare on the one side of the rink that caused that third period midway change.
Yes, I was entirely unaware that was a thing because this is my first time broadcasting an outdoor hockey game. You don't really get to do this all that often.
You don't. Tonight was a special opportunity, not only for us, but also for the Auburn and Georgia teams.
Yes, Auburn sealed out their season with 6 wins in their last 7 games, and they will be excited to go to Nashville for the tournament. Well, Jacob, anything else before we sign off for the night?
I have nothing. Great game by Auburn.
Yes, it was. Well, that's going to do us. That's going to do it for us here in Athens, Georgia. Make sure to tune in to WEGL's next broadcast, either on WEGL 91.1 FM or here on WEGL_AU live on Twitter or YouTube. So long, and War Eagle.